When we help you understand your equity position, we're not using it as a pressure tactic. We're wanting you to use it as a decision tool.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are absolutely honored that for over 35 years, we've been able to come alongside you, not only selling, buying, and investing in real estate, coming alongside you to build your finances, build your faith, build your fitness, build your fun, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside relationship. You know, I think sometimes people don't want to come to a realtor to get clarity of their equity. I mean, we've been told that before, not from those that already trust us and know us and like us and understand that we're there to support them on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's common enough for people to feel that if I have knowledge about their finances, then potentially, because it's happened to all of us, people pressure, there's a pressure tactic to get us to do something with the money that they now know we have.
Absolutely.
It's happened with cars. It's happened with life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think many people, it's happened with houses. So how do we alleviate or how do we help you feel no pressure to make an act or to do something and know that we're actually there on your side wanting you to have the knowledge so that you can make a good decision? Like, how do we go down that path?
Excuse me. Well, knowing your equity is really a decision tool, right?
Right.
And the decision could be, I do nothing. I'm happy that there's that amount of equity. Wee, look at that. I got money.
It's just wee, look at that.
Yeah, it's just wee, look at that. It's so great. Or maybe it's, I shouldn't have taken that refinance because I don't have as much equity as I thought I did, right? It's a decision tool. Do I take that money? Do I want to accelerate my retirement plan by buying an investment property? Is there enough equity to do that and leave enough in the house? Do I feel comfortable doing that? Do I not feel comfortable with that? It's just a decision tool. And what I've always said is you won't get pressure from us. When you tell us you want to do something, we'll go to work and make it happen as best we can. But you have to tell us you want it. We're not going to tell you you want something. But what we're doing when we give you data, when we give you information, we're equipping you to be able to make wise decisions with what you have.
Right. So basically,
it's a stewardship decision.
Right.
Really.
So information doesn't force you into action. Information means you can actually make a solid, sound decision. And so you have to trust whoever you're going to for financial input to go inside your frame, to do a clarity call with. They're not going to pressure you, because we've all heard stories, and I'm sure you have too, where people have been pressured into making a decision later they wish they hadn't made. And it's not only people that aren't savvy that get caught up in this. We've been caught up in it, especially with timeshares.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Pressure. Oh my God. Talk about pressure to sign something, right? Now, I want to give a real life example. Excuse me. Recently, I had lunch with a client, and she wanted to go over her finances and her goal, like for retirement. She's getting a little, closer to the retirement age, and she has a couple investment properties that she bought through us. And her goal was, to buy another property that she would retire in. And unfortunately, she didn't come to us earlier and say, what do I do with this money? Because she came into some money and she paid off her rental properties instead of keeping that money separate. And now there's ways of working around it and getting things done, but it would have been much simpler if that money had if we'd known her future plan, right? Then we could suggest, no, don't pay off those mortgages because you're going to need that money to buy that other house that you want, and so on and so forth.
And this is all right. This is all about tax advantages. And you're thinking, well, if it's in one house versus another house, isn't that the same thing? No, it's not. It depends on which one you're living in. So we want to be able to give you that focus and that clarity because it's not something most people do every day. If you own less than probably 4 or 5 investment properties, it isn't your thing. It's an extra thing that you do, and you're not expected to know it.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing that, when we were conversing with her mortgage broker, because we're a team, right? The realtor, the mortgage broker, and the client.
And the accountant often.
Yeah. We said you got to go to the accountant to find out whether this is going to be tax deductible or not when you refinance and different things like that. But what she found was, and she was asking the question, which was wise, should I get it remortgaged before I retire? And the answer was absolutely yes, because once you retire, the ability to get a mortgage is very hard unless it's a reverse mortgage. You can get it like up to 50% on something. But the point was, get your mortgage, get your plan in rolling. And now that knowledge is, maybe she doesn't retire for 3 years or 5 years or whatever. But the point is, the knowledge is there now to make wise decisions. And that's what our passion is, right? Is supporting people to make great, wise decisions. Whether it has to do with us selling them real estate or selling some of their real estate or not,
it's secondary.
It's secondary.
Yeah.
It's secondary.
It's a conversation we'll have if it makes sense. We don't really want you to call us for clarity and for information and for insight and then go, oh, but you know what? I'm going to refer you another realtor right here in Ottawa. If it's elsewhere, well, that's a different conversation. We're going to say, well, if you trusted us enough to have this conversation, I would hope that we would be the realtor that would guide you through the process so that
if you make that decision,
so that we have your best interest at heart and that you trust that. If you don't trust it, well, then you ought to go elsewhere. Right?
So I think what we're saying is it's important to know that equity reviews are about awareness, not obligation. It's about preparation and understanding, right? And great decisions come from the confidence of knowing where you are, where you're going, what's it look like.
And why you're going there. But that's another segment, right? We've talked in so many of the shows about you got to understand your why, because otherwise all this information is reasonably a moot point.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding what you want and why you want it is a piece of it. But go back to a different episode to figure that piece out.
And financial planning studies have shown that homeowners who review their financial position annually report a higher confidence and better long-term outcomes than those that only review during the moments of urgency. And urgency is when, oh, man, I can't afford this house anymore. I can't, the payments are hurting, or I can't live here. It's too long a drive, or the house has become too small. I've had 3 kids since I bought it, or whatever the situation, right? My knees have gone. I'm getting hip surgery. Can't do the stairs now. I need a bungalow. We want to equip you with knowledge and before the urgency of that decision making.
You don't wait to the urgency. I mean, we can do it, but everybody feels more in panic, right? There's a panic mode that sets in, and decisions generally are made. They're inferior decisions.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. If you want clarity without pressure, your next step is a clarity call. Go on to dekkerteam.com and we'll spend about 15 minutes with you, understand your equity and your options, and there's no action required after that. And we're glad that you joined us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward.